It's time once again for your update from the city of New Hope, and the mayor is with us once again, Kathi Hemken. Good afternoon, Kathi. How are you today?
Hi, Dave. Happy first day of summer.
Yes, beautiful day here, upper 60s. People should be out on the golf courses, no doubt. We've got a lot going on in the city of New Hope. We're going to take a quick preview first to August. Let's remind people about National Night Out, what that is, and why people should take a little action right now.
Well, we haven't done that in a couple of years, and it's coming back. So it's August 3rd, and it'll be in your neighborhood. You can go into City Hall or online and register your party or gathering. If you get registered, then you get a free party pack. It's quite easy. They give you an invitation to just fill out the time, hang it on people's doors, get your neighbors together. You can have a barbecue. You can have a potluck. You could just have them bring down a cup of coffee or a bottle of wine and just chat. And then when you do that, if you would like me and the police chief and my city manager to come visit, you have to indicate that on the slip. If you would rather have the canine people come out or the public works guys come out with the dump trucks or the fire engines, just indicate that on the slip and somebody will come out to your party.
Very good. Lots of options there. Again, that's August 3rd. And again, go to the city's website, newhopemn.gov, to find out more about that. Let's talk about community development. A lot going on there. We mentioned golf just a second ago. Perfect time of the year to golf. And there's a golf tournament that's still a little ways off, but we want to remind people about signing up. What is that course and that particular tournament?
Well, Twin West Chamber of Commerce merged with Minneapolis Chamber of Commerce. And so with the chamber and the cities of Crystal and New Hope, we put on this golf tournament at the New Hope Golf Course. And you need to sign up for that. And that you should do soon because it fills up real quick. Mm-hmm. The actual event is the 17th of September. It's golf and lunch. I believe it's $50. And it's just lots of prizes. And it's just a fun time to meet other business people or just people that you work with.
And to see that beautiful course in the city of New Hope as well. Let's talk
One other thing.
Yes.
One other thing about that, if you want to sponsor a hole, so on one of the holes you would have your advertisement for your business. You can do that by going onto our website. There's a place to sign up for that. Okay. Or of course, you can always call me and I'll tell you how to get there.
Fantastic. Hammernix Flooring. Let's talk about that new business in town, where that's located and what residents can find inside.
Well, it's right off of you can see it off of 169. It's right next door to Twin City Acoustics, which is just a little bit down from the canine place. Mm-hmm. So you have to get there, the back roads, of course. Well, that's going to open this weekend. It's been open, but the grand opening is Saturday, and we're having a ribbon cutting on Friday. So if you get a chance, mostly what they're dealing in is flooring. Okay. So they have all the flooring you ever wanted to see in the whole world. It's a nice place to go and look at the flooring and see what you might want for your house or a unit. It's nice to have a new business in town.
Yeah, definitely. Very good. Let's talk about the Rave Awards. We've talked about this over the years. Fun event for the city each year. What is the Rave Awards and how can residents get involved?
Well, the acronym for Rave doesn't exist. There is no acronym. It's just I'm raving about a piece of property.
Sure.
So they have until, I'm looking for that and I can't find it. Oh, they have until the 23rd to either nominate yourself, nominate your neighbor. It's for work that's extraordinary on the outside of your house or the inside of your house. If you did a lot of work on your gardens and you want to show that off, or if you put in an egress window and you put that in yourself and it looks really nice, nominate yourself for an award. It's really kind of fun. You get a big rock with your name on it and the year that you got the Rave Award. And then there's some people that come out and judge and they pick the winners.
Very nice. So again, apply for that by July 23rd. Make sure you get yourself in or someone around you in. Hennepin County Tobacco Retailer Observation Visits. It's a mouthful and maybe something people might not be aware of. What is this that's coming up in the city?
Well, Hennepin County has always been concerned that we don't market cigarettes and tobacco products to kids. And there was a time when you went into the grocery store and on the handle of the cart, it would advertise a cigarette. Or the products that young kids, 12, 13, would buy would be at eye level of that child and they look like bubble gum. So Hennepin County is trying to go out to the places that sell tobacco products and make sure that those products are being advertised to adults and not to children. And so that's going to be happening the end of June. And look for them to come out and inspect your business. These guys aren't compliance check people. They're not going to try to buy cigarettes at your store. They're just looking at the marketing that you're doing. And then the city will get a report on what's happening.
Good to know. Commissioner Appreciation Event. There are some people in town that do a whole lot of work and they volunteer time. So you've got a chance to thank them and also give them a little look around town. Tell us about this annual event.
Well, we usually rent a bus, and all the commissioners, like the Planning Commission and the Citizens Advisory Commission and the Human Rights Commission, whoever wants to gets on this bus with staff, and we have a little booklet. We drive around the city showing them all the projects that are being done. They're really amazed at how much is being done in the city. It's our way of thanking these commissioners for all the volunteer time they give us. And it's fun to have them all together and to see what's going on. So if you see this big bus riding around in September, that's what it is. It'll be going in some of the neighborhoods so they can see some of the scattered site housing. So the bus tour is in September.
Very good. And I'm sure you're always looking for new people that might want to apply to be a commissioner. Is that something that you're taking all throughout the year? Or how does that process work? If people say, I'd like to give back to the city in that way, how would I do that?
Well, there's a couple ways. We actually advertise when there's an opening on the commissions.
Okay.
And so when that's on the website, you can fill that out and go in for an interview. Or you can just call City Hall or go onto the website and indicate that you would like to sign up for a commission. So there's a Human Rights Commission, there's a Citizens Advisory Commission, and there's a Planning Commission. Right now, all three of those commissions are full, but if you sign up ahead of time, when there's an opening, we'll pull that application out along with any other applications we get and then interview the appropriate people.
Very good. So newhopemn.gov if you want to find out more about commissions and that whole process. Let's move ahead to the Business Networking Group. Who is this group and what is the next meeting that they've got on the calendar?
The next meeting is July 7th. We don't know if it's going to be virtual or in person. It's going to be put on by the guy that does Open to Business. That's a free program that the city actually pays some money into that. But his job is to help new businesses do a business plan. If they need loans, he helps them find where they can get some loan money. Wants to make sure that if and when you open a business, it succeeds. And that's his job, is to help you open that business and to help you succeed. So it's very helpful. And it's free to the person trying to open the business.
Excellent. So great opportunity through the Business Network Group. And you can find out more about that group on the city's website. Let's move ahead to Public Works. And the Public Works facility going to be seeing quite a bit of action coming up soon. What is happening?
Okay, this takes a little bit of explaining.
All right, we're ready.
Right now in the Public Works building, we store our salt and sand because, of course, in the winter, you want to keep that sand from freezing. And in the summer, you have to keep the salt dry so it doesn't get all salty. So in the meantime, we keep that inside, but we keep our trucks outside because when we built that building, we really hadn't anticipated how many vehicles that were going to be needed. And so a few months ago, the director of Public Works had this idea of building a building away from the main building that's going to be nothing but sand and salt. Of course, it'll be heated and dried, and that'll be away from the building. And then that'll free up a lot of space so we can put some of those trucks and that stuff inside. Right now, when it's icky out, they stash all that stuff inside. And if there's an emergency, they got to move it all out to get to the snowplow. So this will be a really nice thing. Well, what they're starting on this week is they have to rewire. So once they start this, they'll have to turn the power off to the building. So they'll have to rewire from somewhere else so they'll have some power in the building. And of course, redo the water lines and all that stuff so they can actually do the work. So there's lots of preliminary stuff that's going on now. That'll take a while, but nothing really is happening that you're going to see at the moment. But pretty soon they'll have an addition to their building. Very
nice. We'll keep residents up to date on that progress. Let's talk about street reconstruction, and 36th and Boone seems to be a place that's the spot of activity this summer.
Well, what they do is they take a camera and they go into the sewer lines to see where this has got to be really exciting watching on TV.
Right.
They go into the sewer lines to see where the cracks are or where maybe roots are going into them. And those are the lines that they know they need to reline. And instead of replacing the whole pipe, they're able to go in with a liner, a lot like when you would make hot dogs.
Okay.
And you push that liner into the pipe.
Sure.
That gives it many more years of service for that pipe. And they don't have to dig up the street to do that. So they found a few more things that needed to be fixed on around Boone and 36th.
Okay.
So you'll see a little more work being done there.
And also some work in somewhat the same way going towards Liberty Park. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Yep,
Okay.
and the same thing, the little thing going through. Just a side note on Boone, of course, the railroad crossing is closed.
Right.
It'll be closed for another couple of weeks. It certainly won't be as long as the one on Winnetka.
Nice.
If you haven't gone past the one on Winnetka, make a special trip to do that. It's very nice. I don't know if it was worth waiting that long for, but it's very, very nice.
Yes.
So the one on Boone will be open soon, and there's a way around that if you happen to have to go down Boone, but try not to if you don't have to.
Very good. Couple items to pass along from Park and Rec. Let's begin with Corner Park. What is happening there? Some kids are going to be very excited.
Well, they are. You know, whenever we do a new park, we call in the residents and ask them what they want. And they look at pictures and they tell us what they want, and we try to make that fit in the budget for the park. Well, that equipment is in-house, and we're going to start putting it in the 21st of June. And it should be by the end of the week, the kids should be able to play on that. So they've got the base in and they've got the container in that the equipment's going to be in. So once that equipment is up, the kids can play on it.
Well, these warm temperatures we've had, maybe not so great for our grass, but they have been great for the aquatic park. Give us a recap of the first couple of weeks of the aquatic park, some of the things that are going on, and maybe a little update on the hours for the park.
It's amazing what's going on.
Yeah.
It's been full on Saturdays and Sundays since it opened. You will see people at the pool before the pool opens because we rent it out to the swim teams that come and swim laps. And we're also doing swimming lessons now, starting this week. So you'll see some people in other parts of the pool that are getting some swimming lessons. The pool is open from noon to 8, Monday through Friday, and 11 to 7 on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
The only thing that's a little different about that is because everybody's having trouble getting lifeguards. That includes New Hope.
Okay.
So we don't always have all the lifeguards we need. Of course, we don't have lifeguards. We can't open portions of the pool.
Okay.
And what we found is that if we pull any of the lifeguards that we were going to put on the 50-meter pool and put them on the recreational fun part of the pool, that we can open that at least so the kids can come in and play.
Okay.
There aren't as many long distance swimmers in the afternoons and evenings as there are kids wanting to play in the little playground stuff. So we're doing all kinds of stuff so we can try to stay open, but everybody is looking for lifeguards right now.
I understand that. Let's talk about sports camps, the annual favorite in the city of New Hope. It's time to look at some of those camps again. What's the variety of activities that kids can get involved in?
First of all, if you threw away your in-motion book, go get another one because there's a lot of stuff that you can register now that are happening in August and September. Things like the Frisbee camp. I have to look at this. The flag football, the skateboard, Ninja Warriors, just these sports camps that you can sign up for. Also, of course, there's kids creative camps. So if your child is into beading or something creative, you can sign up for one of those camps. And of course, safety camp is coming in August. That's August 10th through the 12th.
Okay.
And that fills up very quickly. If you haven't signed up, you should. If you're in need of some financial help for that, you can check to see if there's money available. The crime board, the New Hope Crime Prevention Board, has put some money aside to help some kids go to that safety camp.
Right.
I don't know if that money's been used up, but if you're in need and you want your child to go, call and see if you qualify for that.
Very nice. All right. Final note we want to pass along is Hennepin County's COPE Mobile Crisis Team. Mayor, what is that team and what is the easy way for people to get in touch if they might need those services?
Well, we all know that mental health is a problem. And a lot of times the police aren't equipped to handle that. So Hennepin County has started something called Hennepin County COPE Mobile Crisis Team. And you can call them by going to *crisis So that'd be **274747.
Okay.
And no matter where you are in the state, if you happen to be up at the cabin, call that number and they can hook you up with a crisis team member, whether they're from Hennepin County or one from another city, that can help you with the crisis that you might be in. Don't try to deal with that yourself. Get some help.
Very good service to have available. And again, all the information that we pass along today, available on the city's website, newhopemn.gov, if you want to find out more. Mayor, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the week, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, Dave. It's always fun to do these.
Thanks. Good to see you. Learn more about The Connection at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.